Welcome, welcome, welcome again, and to the Feel Good Show. Today I'm talking about the tips and recipes that I'm going to give you so that you can manage those aches and pains and avoid the depression, etc., that comes with degenerative diseases. Today, I am going to give you a new recipe that will help you to do exactly that. And just so you know, the format for this show is that I introduce myself and I ask the higher power just to support us, give us the energy, the strength to continue, and for all of us, to myself included, to benefit from everything that will come out in the show today. Um, I am also going to offer you, I have been over the past time that I've been doing it, offer you the opportunity to join me while I do the recipes. So you can go to the link in bio, click on the request for ingredients, and I will send that to you, send the information to you, so you can actually join me. A lot of my when I was actually in a clinic situation, the persons, my clients, then truly enjoyed being part of the making of the recipes. So I'm offering that to you so you can still continue to do that and work alongside me each week as I do the recipes. These recipes I'm referring to are recipes that are an integral part of my programs that I run to help people to rid their bodies of degenerative diseases. And these recipes play a huge part because they are recipes I've been using for over 2 decades. I've helped hundreds of people to reverse and rid themselves of degenerative diseases. I also help people to prevent these degenerative diseases, such as arthritis, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart problems, cancer, uh, gynecology issues such as fibroids, etc., prostate issues, neurological issues such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, etc. So the list is very long, yeah, but I can help you to rid your body of these diseases. And these recipes, like I said, are a very important part of what I do to help you. So, in the meantime, while you're making your decision on what direction to go in, you can use these recipes. And if you see my YouTube site, you will see lots of recipes there that I have demonstrated to you over the time that I have been doing these shows. So, um, and for those of you who don't know who I am Dr. KALIFA. I'm a holistic health and nutrition doctor and transformational trainer. I run programs which last over a period of 90 days minimum normally, for people who want to end the pain, end the fatigue, end the depression, the worry, and the mental and physical degeneration in their bodies, and live a vibrant, healthy, uh, happy life without pain, without pills, etc. So, if you're one of those people and you would like to talk to me, go again to the link in bio, click on the link that says you can have a free discovery 15-minute chat with me, or you can book a 1 hour more in-depth consultation with me. And remember to like, to subscribe, to share just click those buttons. Click the button below and like, subscribe, and share with me. Okay, so uh, the first thing I'm going to do today is our recipe. And the format, like I said, I was telling you about the format. I introduce the show, and then I do the recipe for the day. And then after that, I do a talk, a little presentation on a topic that is current. And then I do a short meditation to take us out of the show. Okay, so let's get on with the first one, which is our recipe for today. And the recipe is pumpkin and sweet potato soup. And I've actually added some squash as well, okay? Because I had the squash in the fridge and I didn't have any plans for it. So it's in the soup. You know those ways. You find everything that little bits that are left over and just pop it in there. But this week it is pumpkin and sweet potato. And I didn't want to for us to wait on the soup because it's not blended this week. This week I'm doing another dish where I'm cooking it because some people are not there yet, and some are still doing their 80% raw, 20% cooked, and some people are still very much at the stage where they're just taking on the idea of veganism. So I have started the process. I have here my pot on the stove, and I think it's ready now. I have in it, I have grated carrots. I forgot to mention the carrots. I have grated carrots. I have garlic, onion, not onion, sorry, scallion, thyme, and salt, sea salt. What else is in there? I think that's all I have in there. Um, Let me just make sure. Yes, so I've been cooking that for about 15 minutes just to get all the flavors in and everything. So now I am going to add, let me turn the fire off. That's it. And I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. And let me just show you here. I have, it's quite a big pot of soup. I tend to cook a lot of soup so that I can continue to have soup during the day for my lunch. And you can see there, we've got quite a bit of pumpkin, we've got the sweet potato and the squash there. And I have a Scotch bonnet pepper, and I'm going to show you how to use that so it doesn't blow your head off. Okay, so let me just pop these into the pot now with the rest of the ingredients. I'm the putting in the sweet potato and pumpkin, and I've got the squash on top because that cooks a lot quicker than the others. So it's quite a full pot here. And what I'm going to do, I'm bringing it to the boil again, and I'm going to put this Scotch bonnet on top. And I don't want it to break. I haven't cut it or anything. It's just there for flavoring. Yes, it will give it a lovely Scotch bonnety flavor without the pepper. So when it comes to the boil again, I'm going to remove the pepper, and so that it doesn't break and make it the food so hot that we can't eat it. Okay, right. So that done. That was quick, wasn't it? Half of it was done already. So like I said, I'm going to let that come to the boil again. Then I'm going to lower the heat until all the food is cooked. Okay, and then hopefully I will have enough time to show you while I start eating. Yes, for lunch. Okay, so The next item on our list is the presentation. And this week's presentation is entitled, What is the Lowdown on Processed Meat? And I'm doing this because I notice that there is still a lot of places, a lot of schools, and a lot of parents who are still feeding the children processed food. So let's just have, this is not a long one, let's just have a look at this presentation and have a chat about it. And you know, maybe this will encourage those who are still not convinced that processed foods are not good, especially for the children. Maybe that will convince them. So just bear with me and we will get there. Okay, so, right. Um, Processed meat and your health. This is what I'm calling it. I said processed food. There's so much processed food, but we're going to focus on the meat today. Okay. I remember many, many moons ago when I attended school in England, we were fed on the likes of mashed Irish potato, boiled greens, and meat. And then we'd finish it off with the sweets such as apple pie and custard, rhubarb and custard, etc. But by the time my daughter attended school, they had changed the diet to the likes of pizzas, hot dogs, burgers, and these are obviously all pre-prepared chips and other processed meats. Unfortunately, this started a downward trend in children's health, physically, mentally, and behavioral problems, as you may imagine, was on the rise. Nowadays, there are far more problems among young people than we care to admit. More recently, the unprecedented increase in degenerative diseases. This has led the American Institute for Cancer Research and the World Cancer Research Fund to conduct the most comprehensive review ever compiled on nutrition and the risk of cancer. They concluded that many foods had led to cancer, but their emphasis was particularly on processed meats, such as hot dogs, bacon, hamburgers, mincemeat, sausages, etc., which are linked to colorectal cancer. Yeah. They propose that processed meats should be avoided at all cost. And many of us connected to the education institutions were aware of this many years ago. I had the opportunity to work in a Jamaican, I call it correctional center. This is a place where children were sent when they were expelled from school, from the mainstream school, and they were sent so that we could change their behavior because they had these behavioral problems. We had the opportunity in those smaller institutions to change their diets, and we changed their diets to Jamaican food. It was a Jamaican establishment. We eliminated the processed foods altogether and watched these children who were deemed unteachable as a result of their behavioral problems change behavior almost overnight within a couple of days. When we reduced their meat intake, among other processed foods, the change was almost magical. Yeah, it was almost magical just to watch the overall changes in their behavior, their health, etc. The evidence produced by the World Cancer Research Fund and the American Institute for Cancer Research deemed that no amount was considered safe. No amount of processed foods were considered safe, and processed meats should be avoided completely. Yeah? So, despite the scientific consensus that these foods, if you can call them foods, um, should never be eaten and definitely not fed to children, they are still being widely consumed generally and served in many, many schools. On top of that, as I mentioned in previous videos, the children are being medicated for behavioral issues such as ADHD. Some studies have linked processed meats to cancer of the esophagus, lungs, stomach, and prostate, in addition to the ones mentioned earlier. As these processed foods become increasingly popular, we're witnessing the rise of cancers and related diseases in younger and younger generations. Of course, this knowledge is not new. Yes, natural healers have been advocating this for more than 100 years, way back. And with the advent of the internet, ignorance can no longer be an excuse. It's time for drastic change. Change is well overdue if we are going to save the health, overall health, physically, mentally, spiritually, of the younger generations. Then we must change now, as we cannot continue to go down the road that we have been traveling with our children. Okay? So, if you are interested, continue to watch my programs. And also, if you are interested in finding out how you can wean your children, because once you've started them down this road, like I've said in some of those videos, once you've started them down this road, it is difficult to get them to change. But if you want some tips on how to wean them off of those destructive foods, then please feel free to contact me. Go to the link in bio in Instagram and click on the you've got a free discovery call. You can click on that and give me a call, or you can send me an email, or you can even call the business number, which is going across the screen right now. And I will definitely be willing to chat with you a bit further on the subject. Okay, so I've made it short, like I said, concise and short, but you are free to contact me. Okay. All right, so the next part of this presentation is the meditation, and I'm going to ask you, those of you who are familiar with the weekly format, to start to and I must say to you, please do not do these meditations if you're driving or if you're doing something that requires your full attention. Yes, you can always come back and look at the video another time. I don't want you to get yourself in problems trying to meditate while you're doing something. So, um, those of you who are free and you're able, just take a 5 minute, it's not even 5 minutes actually, just take that time out of your day and, excuse me, just do a meditation. Just take a nice deep breath, take 3 deep breaths, deep, slow breaths. And as you breathe out, just allow your body to relax. Just allow your shoulders to sag. Feel the relaxation, just melting the muscles on your scalp, your forehead, around your eyes, your face. Just feel it flowing down into your shoulder muscle, down into your arms, down into your abdomen, your chest, down your back, all the way down. And just feel yourself actually as though you're sinking into the chair or into the bed or wherever you happen to be. And just let your body relax. Just confirm to yourself and affirm to yourself that you're going to just enjoy these few minutes of pure relaxation. Yeah? So as you are relaxing, just think on these words with me. Hope cannot die. Hope cannot die. Eternal hope is forever. It's forever warm and fresh within me. The deathless hope built upon the rock of sure knowledge. O hope sublime, O life supreme, behold, I come to thee as a tired child, and thou dost rekindle within me the fires of faith. Strong, swift, and sure, faith springs forth into action, and my entire being rises to meet the dawn. Hope, faith, and love are in me. Okay. Thank you for being with me today. It's a short one. I know the food is not ready, but it's just going to boil up. It's actually coming back to the boil at the moment, and I think what I'll do actually, I may just put some in the freezer and save it to show you the results next week. Okay, and I'll take pictures of it so you can see what it looks like. And I also have the nutritional yeast, which I'm going to sprinkle over the top to give it a little more oomph there. And also, let me take a look. The two main ingredients in there are the pumpkin and sweet potato, and those come under the orange in the rainbow. And carrots, of course, are in there as well. So carrots, pumpkin, sweet potato are the three main, and they're all beta carotene. Yes, they all provide our bodies with beta carotene and supports our immune system, and they're also very powerful antioxidants. Okay, so that said, I'm going to bring this to a close. So please like, share, and subscribe again for me. Yes, like, share, subscribe. Click those buttons. Yeah. And like I said, if you would like some tips on how to wean your youngsters off of these dangerous processed meats and other types of foods, do contact me, and take a look as well at some of the videos from past videos on YouTube, because I do go into it a little deeper on certain aspects of diet for the children. Okay, so I feel almost strange finishing so quickly. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in, and I hope and plan to see you next week. Okay. All right. Take care.